We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Check three.
They'll run it with Bell. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gun. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Check back.
Off play action. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I got you, Pop.
From the gun, here's Newton. And Adams has it, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Heavy. We got heavy. Look out for number 30. Watch the run. 20. Hey, check Mike. Watch it, 5.
They'll try and run it with White. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. James White, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
58, boys, 58. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic. I got one. 58, right over there.
From the end zone, Newton looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 99 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Great. 55, 52.
Play action. It's Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
He don't want it. Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
From the gun on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boyer with a pick, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Murray. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
4 down. Check. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Murray now on first down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. Murray now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this 1st half, but he's got a 1st down here. First down, Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. Come on. 51's the mic.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Single. Hey, 44. Watch 7. Tight right. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming. 58, right over.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 80. Check pass. Watch twist.
A pretty wild 1st quarter. 21-7, our score.
Set. 230. 58, come on. Hey, here I come. Black is on.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch 20. Safety's creeping.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Look at him.
Out of the gun, Newton. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. On the counter, here's Bell. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. The shotgun snap for Newton. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
All day, baby, all day. Slam. Hey!
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
I got one. We own them.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This one away by the punter, Dar. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 5 now. Newton, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Linval Joseph. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Fielded at about the 28. A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona 1st.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Murray now, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A good pickup there, a 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hot on the left. Move. Everyone, you got 4. 4 down.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Big dash, big dash.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
And the Cardinal first down.
A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. It's caught. Cooper. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cardinals. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage. So here's 2nd and 11. From the 50, Newton. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
First down, here's White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 24.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Push him back.
From the gun, Newton. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready? Ready? 5. Let's go, D.
Here's St. Brown on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. Ready? Check. 55 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Great. Mike 55.
Operating from the gun. Newton, flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Gun. 55 Mike, 55. Yeah, let's get that ball.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Cody Parkey on for the field goal.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check 24, check 24. Hook, 6-4, wait.
Murray now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Undercross. Undercross.
Back to the air on second down. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Murray. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Austin Hooper, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away, it's Tavecchio. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. That's complete. It's Bell. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Newton escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play action, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Newton to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Packers on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
58's the money. 58's the money. Tackles, tackles. Express. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Here we go, D. It's just 8. It's 8. It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun. Newton, he's looking deep for Bell. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. And he rifles one incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And finding the tight end, Hooper. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. This is a counter play. Eckler. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Murray. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Murray now on first down. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And he fires one incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Tavecchio puts this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
Here's Newton. A screen to Bell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On 1st down, White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Step, 180. Right there, you missed. 55. I got you. I got you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Set, ready. Get team on it. Get team on it.
Back to throw. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. To throw is Murray.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh.
Murray to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And Tavecchio pulls it to the right. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Let's go, folks.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now. The ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First throw in overtime for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
20. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. What we got? What we got? What we got? 58, boys. 58. 58.
From the gun, here's Newton. And Adams has it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shit. 20. Shit.
They'll run on first down. Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
All day, every day, any day. Hey! 58's the mic. 58's the mic. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Throwing on 3rd down. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On now is the Packers punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Murray now to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a toss play to Eckler. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second and a couple. Murray, he'll get this to Eckler. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Here's Muhammad. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Cardinals, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.